When it comes to Netflix movies, there are a lot of options to choose from. Instead of just scrolling through, and to make your decision a bit simpler, Netflix provides something for everyone, whether you're searching for action movies, comedy, or documentaries. The movies on our list of the top Netflix titles to watch right now are all personal favorites and quite enjoyable. Let's begin now that all of that has been said. In position 10, in 1862, The Wonder took place in the Irish Midlands. The narrative centers on a little girl who quits eating yet somehow survives and thrives. A little town in England is visited by an English nurse live right to see an 11-year-old girl. O'Donnell, tourists, and pilgrims attend church to see the youngster who is said to have lived for months without nourishment. The film's opening relies on this notion to pique viewers' curiosity in the solution to this enigma. To keep the mystery interesting in the first half of the movie, our primary character, Lib, likewise behaved like a detective on a case rather than a nurse. At position 9, Christian Bale plays the lead in the mystery thriller movie Pale Blue Eye. Scott Cooper wrote and produced this film, which was based on his 2003 book of the same name. Prior to its January 6 streaming release, it was released in a few select theaters on December 23, 2022, from Netflix. Mixed reviews were given to the movie. The story follows seasoned investigator Augustus Landor in 1830 West Point, New York, as he works with young military student Edgar Allan Poe to look into a string of deaths at the United States Military Academy. But there is one more surprise in store. That will happen eventually. At position 8 is Bullet Train. It had a phenomenal early box office run, which was probably primarily due to the remarkable collection of A-list performers that made up the cast. Brad Pitt plays Lady Bug, a clueless American mercenary in the movie. When there are this many assassins on one moving train, it is understandable why the narrative of Bullet Train might be confusing at times. While each murderer tries to get the upper hand in the horrific game of chess that is taking place on the road from Tokyo to Kyoto, the movie is full of surprising twists and shocks. Continuing at position 7, in the 2022 American drama The Good Nurse, Jessica Chastain and Eddie Redmayne feature. The film is based on the actual account of Charlie Cullen, a serial murderer who admitted to murdering at least 40 victims over the course of his 16-year nursing career. Amy is at the center of the story. Her 9 hours at the hospital stretch her to the limit on an emotional and physical level, in addition to the fact that she is a single mother and suffers from a deadly heart condition. While we're aware that the movie is based on a serial murder, the trailer leaves one with the unavoidable impression that it contains much too much information. Despite this, The Good Nurse is a wonderful film that is well worth seeing. Number 6. Where the Crawdads Sing. There is a compelling mystery that arises from the best-selling book. It relates the tale of Kier, an orphan child who grew up on her own in North Carolina's perilous marshes. For many years, Barclay Cove was plagued by stories of the Marsh Girl, separating the intelligent and tenacious Kier from her neighborhood. As Kier is drawn to two local young guys, she enters a brand new, surprising world. Yet when one of them is discovered dead, the public automatically names her as the prime suspect. The evidence in the case makes it harder to determine what really occurred. Everything makes the necessary efforts to survive. At position 5 is Young, a forthcoming action-adventure movie from the filmmaker of the smash hit Train to Busan and Hellbound. The 2023 movie had its debut on January 20th. The Earth in the film has been severely altered by climate change, and people have moved to new sanctuaries in space. A military AI research corporation tries to clone Yunai's brain in an effort to produce the ideal fighting warrior as the civil war there lasts for decades, and she becomes a famed mercenary and military strategist with several triumphs to her credit. Number 4 on the list is Operation Mincemeat. It is a John Mattoni-directed 2021 British military drama movie that debuted on Netflix in May 2022. Operation Mincemeat, a successful operation carried out by the British during the Second World War to cover up the Allied invasion of Sicily in 1943, was based on actual events. The main focus of the movie is on the actions of the British officers Hugh and Montague and Charles Cole Mandalay, who undertake a complex, deceitful mission to dislodge Hitler's forces from Sicily in order to ensure that an Allied invasion of the Italian island will encounter the least amount of resistance. This comes in third place. A Mystery with Knives Out is Glass Onion. This mystery movie is a follow-up to the 2019 Knives Out. The main character of Glass Onion is billionaire Miles Braun, who invites a group of close friends known as the Disruptors to his private estate in Greece for a murder-solving party. It includes someone who seems to be Andy after Miles fired her from their joint business. She quickly ruins the conversation by telling the truth. You must have a pretty good insight since everyone in the room owes Miles for their success and places in life, and they all lied on his behalf while he took the business from under Randy's nose. I'm terrible at simple tasks like checking checking boxes repeatedly, thus it appears in all of them. It's simply an awful, awful game. Second place, Roma. On August 30th, 2018, the movie made its world debut at the 75th Venice International Film Festival, where it also won the Golden Lion. Roma recounts the lives of a cleaner who works for an upper-middle-class household in Mexico. It remains an emotional trip, not least because of the reasons why its characters react the way they do to loss and upheaval. Black and white filming. Every scene is clear and vibrant, never seeming gloomy or brooding. It doesn't seem antiquated despite its 1970s design. The movie has received high praise from reviewers and is recognized as one of the finest movies of 2018 and the 2010s. First place, Aaron Sorkin, who has a specific talent for writing about trials, wrote and directed the stirring historical drama, The Trial of the Chicago 7, based on an actual occurrence. The notorious 1969 trial of 7 defendants who were accused of conspiracy and other offenses stemming from the countercultural demonstrations in Chicago during the 1968 Democratic National Convention served as the inspiration for the movie. The trial captivated the country and spurred discussion of Mayhem plan to attack the U.S. government during the trial. The 8 defendants were on the same page on their opposition to the Vietnam War a year later. The video has come to an end. Please remember to click the like button and subscribe buttons so that you can see more top 10 videos.